Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and don't worry, this is the final time you will ever see this childish land of fantasy and honey. But yeah, this is pretty much the final minigame of 100 Acre Woods. Basically, we need to find all of Winifred Shit's friends. But yeah, this video also exists as pretty much the second to last cleanup video, but also with a little surprise at the end, which you could probably tell by the thumbnail and title. But again, for the time being, let us find Winifred Shit's friends and abandon this book forever. By which I mean basically for another year until Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2. Then actually, was it in 358 over 2 days? I can't mind. I think it was in Birth by Sleep as a command board. Can't remember if it was encoded. Thank Nominee. And bugger it. Anyway, Eeyore, being the lazy bugger that he is well, already hiding in there. And that's pretty much the little corral where you gotta get Winifred Feces' friends back in. Again, insert your own joke about Winnie the Pooh hunting them down and corralling them as a tyrant, with Sora as his enforcer. I don't know. This is pretty much the final thing that you have to do, and there's really not much to say. It's also time for some reason. And I guess I should probably also get into, basically, another incentive to get all these minigames done, is that by getting I think it's like a perfect score on all these minigames, yeah, you end up getting Sora's Cheer, which, for those of you who are a big fan of your summons, well, yeah, that's pretty much part of the reason why you want to get that. Again, I initially thought that you basically just had to get it done within a certain time frame for this minigame specifically to get Sora's Cheer, but I didn't end up getting it, and, well, I've already got Donald and Goofy's cheer, so bugger it. I can't really need that. But again, it's pretty much using the same targeting reticle guide Winifred shit over there. He floats up using the power of these magical flowers, butterfly things, which I'm pretty sure are the same model that they used in Tarzan's world. And again, it keeps on using that song of how drunk I am. How drunk I am, how drunk I am, drunk I am, oh how drunk I am. But again, just guide him across and capture the tiger, who will then be corralled, and even though he can jump higher than a stoner on heroin, he's pretty much just, oh, ach no, I'm pretty much gonna go to the corral. Why am I making him Scottish? I have no idea. But yeah, Tigger has been captured. Also, a bit of a weird graphical hiccup, something I'm surprised I didn't fix for Final Mix actually, but yeah, well I mean aside from basically blocking off the area so that he doesn't fall down, yeah, basically Winifred shit clips right through that beehive. Something that I'm shocked that they didn't fix for Final Mix, but, yeah. I mean, I think we get a pretty good shot of it right here actually when we go into first person mode. Come on. Oh yeah, you also... Hold up. See, look, he's clipping right through it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he goes right through the tunnel, if I remember right. But again, and part of the reason why you need to guide Winifred Feces up here... I am mistaken, it seems. So yeah, make sure you guide him through the pipe, up the arsenal, and into the Nexus. Yeah, here is, well, I think we get a good shot of the thing. Oh, now I know, because I attacked the beehive at the same time that he was going through it, so we got stuck, and basically, Winifred shit sucks. So yeah, and basically the only reason you need to guide him up here is so we can get Piggy Wiggy lost his Wiggy, and, well, yeah, that's it. Again, it's about as scintillating as staring at a blank wall drying slowly from paint, and, arsenic, which was actually used in wallpaper a great many years ago, but was no longer used for obvious reasons of the fact that whenever it was induced to a damp temperature, the arsenic would in fact begin to, well, leak and cause, well, death. So yeah, that's a bit of a historical fun fact for you all, in the sense that arsenic green was, well, a wallpaper that contained arsenic. Who knew? And it also killed people. Did I also mention that this was also the same time period in which asbestos was all around, so, yeah, the past is dangerous, man. And the future is also dangerous, given that we're currently going through a virus pandemic, so I guess nowhere is safe. So, basically just live in the hope that we're all gonna die, and that our death will be swift, or we will end up suffering eternally, emotionally and physically. Wow, that's something I didn't expect while commentating over Winnie the Pooh today, so yeah, take comfort in the fact that we've pretty much corralled all his animal friends, and that we're all going to die. So basically, if you've got a stuffed animal on standby, give him a big cuddle. Or a pet cat, or a dog, or whatever's nearby. Except for the scorpions, I probably don't like being cuddled very much, but that's pretty much it. Oh, this is pretty much just exploring the area to see if there's any hidden treasures I can pick up just before the end, but yeah, I don't think there's really much there. Also, I believe the time limit that you have to get all this done is pretty much, what was it again? Yeah, it's pretty much 5 minutes before you get the cheer ability for Sora. But again, that's assuming that you've done every other minigame perfectly, which I didn't. So, whatever, we're pretty much done here, so enjoy the childish cutscene.
I'm so glad we're all together again. I didn't know what to do when I was all alone.
Oh, Piglet, you gotta be brave.
You weren't lonely at all?
Lonely? Are you kidding? I'm a Tigger! The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. But I do admit, friends are awfully fun too. Sink, sink, sink.
Hey, Pooh. What are you thinking about now?
Oh, well, I'm just thinking about, what to think about.
Well, I'm off.
Sora, where are you going?
I'm gonna go look for my friends. They're waiting for me.
Won't sound back again.
I hope you find your friends.
Sora, don't forget, we shall always be here. If you'd like to visit again, that is.
Whimsy! Slash, it's time to put your babies to bed with the fucking baby music. Anyway, by the time, well again, let's pretty much get our Bambi summon, which I've already talked about what it does previously, so I don't need to mention it. And of course, I believe now that we have all the magics in the game, we can actually go off to Merlin and get Donald's Dream Rod, which is basically the, well, magic rod that you get at the beginning of the game, provided that you choose the magic path. Oh, we also get Lord Fortune as well, for getting all the summons, so yeah, it's pretty much collecting a lot of rewards. We don't, well, again, in terms of how I spaced everything out, we don't quite have all the magic just yet, because, yeah, remember a couple of parts ago when I said that we finished the Dalmatians? Well, not quite. I'm pretty much going to be going right back to the Dalmatian house to show what you get, and also to correct a past mistake. I thought you got Aurora in Neverland, that was Aurora? Aurora, which is the second level of wind magic. Again, by completing the Dalmatian side quest and getting all 99 of the pups back, you pretty much get, well, Aurora as a final thing. Again, a worthy ability, but then again, if you're a tanker and a dumbass like me, you don't really use it that much, or at least think to. But yeah, you do pretty much get all 99 of those puppies back. Oh yes, indeed, what a sweet sentiment for Pongo and Perdita until they realize that they have to feed them, and they shit all over the carpets and chew through the reticulation of the house, and, well, those 99 Dalmatians will end up dwindling due to the fact that they all fight in a circle pit, and if one of them wants to eat today, they must fight for their survival. By the way, like, who owns this house? I mentioned this all the way before, but, like, where are the owners? Oh well. Hopefully they enjoy all that pet insurance and bills I gotta pay related to their health and safety. Assuming they don't give them up for adoption. But anyways, it is off to the Hollow Bastion for one last thing. And by which I mean it's, well, collecting the rest of the answer reports from, I think it's either Squall or Aerith. And of course having one last chat with our Final Fantasy buddies as well as Belle, who's still at the library. There is also a bit of a caveat here, actually, because this is also where you get the rest of the answer reports, and also a very easily missed, well, a very easily missed magic ability that you can pick up from Aerith, and it's Curaga, basically the final level of healing, and a very useful spell, and one that I recommend you get before going after the super bosses, unless you're ballsy, so, yeah. That being said, though, it is also kind of nice to talk to Yuffie, Squall, and Aerith, just to see them reflect upon this place, because, again, given that they used to live here, they do have a lot of ruminations about, you know, the kind, wise ruler that Ansem used to be, and they're, well, basically the dumbfoundedness of the fact that somebody that they once looked up to as their wise ruler and king is now, well, twisted and evil. And again, right after this video actually, before we go off to the final part, I am going to be reading out the answer reports in a, well, basically in a more linear fashion, but yeah, that's pretty much going to come right after this video. And I think I have recorded enough parts ahead so that I might be able to do it in sync without having a schedule slippage like I had much earlier in the playthrough, so yeah, we'll see how that pans out. Hopefully it'll be interesting, but you never know really. I plan to make it a lot more stylized than what I normally would for playthroughs like this, so yeah. It's pretty much the last extraneous thing I have to do. But again, talk to Aerith first to get the rest of the answer reports, and then talk to her again to get, well, the final piece of the magic. Yeah. There is actually one final answer report that you don't get from Aerith, and that's saved for, well, the final super boss that we're going to be encountering next, so, after we get Curaga. Be prepared for hell, because this is by far the hardest fight in the game, and, well, oh boy. I might tell the story of what happened in that encounter a little bit later, but yeah, for the time being, this is actually a bit of foreshadowing for the future of Kingdom Hearts, and, well, the enemy that we're about to face is the superior of the Inbetween. What do I mean about that? Well, go through this hole in Hollow Bastion, and we shall find out the answers. We'll do it together.
Who are you?
I am Sam?
What's that supposed to mean?
This is the Superior. His cloak may look familiar because it resembles that of the organization that we encountered in Chain of Memories, or at least have yet to encounter. This is basically an Finalmix exclusive. Yeah, this was added in as a bit of a teaser for Chain of Memories / Kingdom Hearts 2, and this is by far the hardest encounter of them all. Again, Trinity Limit is one of the few attacks that I found really works because it takes off a nice chunk of his health, and I do apologize for blinding any viewers with, you know, bright anime flashes of attacks, but I don't really have a reliable strategy for the Superior. Again, he's got some very annoying attacks like this little leech drain thing similar to what the Phantom had. Basically, you gotta hit the right button and make sure that you get released, otherwise your health drains, and as the fight drags on, that becomes quicker and quicker by the day. The Superior can teleport around, he has infinite fucking laser attacks, and of course he has 2 lightsabers that he likes to dance around and do his little Darth Maul thing. Incidentally, when I was a kid actually, I remember hearing for years that Darth Maul was in, I think it was like either this or Kingdom Hearts 2, except, no, I guess maybe they judged it based on like the dual lightsaber things, but no, it's not Darth Maul. It's, the Superior of the Inbetween, so they lied to me, and that made me very sad. But again, why this is the hardest super boss in the game is for one reason. Even Sephiroth, you know, powerful badass that he is, flinched whenever you attacked him. The Superior, on the other hand, he doesn't stagger at all. So basically, you're pretty much just attacking him and he's tanking everything. Almost as if he has no emotions to process, no feeling in his body. As if he is nobody. Again, like, I mean, if I had any more, points to give you, I don't really. Like, I mean, pack a lot of elixirs and mega elixirs on standby. Goofy with his MP gift should be of great use to you, but, to be honest, Trinity Limit, while it does drain all your MP, again, you got enough invincibility frames, the attack itself is pretty powerful, and that's really my one weapon. To go into a bit of history, actually, I came so close to beating this boss once before. Again, many years ago, I think it was, early on, actually. Again, I came so close, he had just a sliver of health, but he went into one specific attack phase that we're going to be coming up against pretty soon, and again, I almost beat him, but he killed me, and I was fucking livid, man. I was about ready to rip the universe in half, and tap into my inner darkness. I suppose another thing that is at least slightly annoying is the fact that, again, much like many members of the organization, the Superior can teleport around, he's very quick on his feet, and the fact that he doesn't stagger, well, makes him very annoying to hit. I mean, Strike Raid can have its effectiveness if he's standing still, but again, he moves so swiftly that, like, it's quite possible for him to just completely dodge out of the way. That being said, though, again, in spite of all my problems with it, I do quite enjoy this fight, if only for the unique sort of atmosphere that it provides. Again, it's a prelude of things to come, but at the same time, it makes you wonder legitimately who the Superior really is, and of course how he knows Sora, because again, as you heard, his name does ring familiar to Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, but at the same time, it also makes you wonder how he knows Sora. All of this is basically to come as we continue our travail, that's French for work, basically as we continue our travels into the Kingdom Hearts series, so all will be explained. But at the same time though, like, I mean, this was a legitimately cool encounter to have, and honestly, I'm happy that we got to see this character in action. Again, you don't really get to learn anything more about him, but again, as Chain of Memories and the future of the series will point out, yeah, the Superior of the Inbetween has quite the interesting backstory, until it was eventually retconned by the likes of Dream Drop Distance. But again, we'll cover those origins when we get there. Basically, like, I mean, I know I sound really positive when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, if somewhat cynical on other parts, but let me just say that Dream Drop Distance is where things begin to fall apart slightly for me. But we'll cover that when we get there. Yeah, you can see here how quickly that drain move really begins to affect you, and Jesus Christ, like, thank God for fucking Leaf Bracing, man, because otherwise I would have been fucked. I mean, honestly, in terms of when you're getting drained by the little leech thing, just hit the triangle button for the release thing, and, well, hope to God that your timing is accurate. Because again, like, I mean, if you get that wrong, then basically the shock takes off a decent chunk of your health. And, well, that's no bueno, because we want to win. We need to live. Except, you know, that's kind of difficult when you're fighting a very powerful being that we know absolutely nothing about. Especially when he does his shiny disco ball of death. That was the reason why I died in my first run, where I nearly beat him. He had a sliver of health. Why couldn't I fucking destroy him? Leaving, Maven. Like, I mean, I know you're gonna be patient to, you know, get out of his little death leech thing, but Christ on a fucking cracker, that's... you get nervous, man. You get really fucking nervous. But alas, not too long to go now. Also, I think it's one of the few times in the playthrough that we've actually seen Donald and Goofy legitimately knocked out. But, yeah, they do pretty much get right back up again as, after a time, so you don't have to worry about Phoenix Downs. But on that note, I am Solidus-Skully, keep it new metal, and I'll leave you on this.
What are you talking about?